serving all of Cleveland and Northeast Ohio. This is the Morning Exchange from News 5.
It's Wednesday and it's January.
TV5 Eyewitness News with Dave Patterson, Ted Henry, and the Eyewitness News team is brought to you by the Illuminating Company and Ohio Edison. Good evening, this is the news.
From WEWS.
TV5 Eyewitness News with Dave Patterson and the Eyewitness News team is brought to you by the Illuminating Company and Ohio Edison. Good evening, this is the news. There's no TV5 Eyewitness News with Bill Jaycox, Wilma Smith, and the Eyewitness News team.
You're watching TV5 Cleveland. Live from WEWS-TV Cleveland.
TV5 Eyewitness News with Ted Henry, Jeff Maynard, and the Eyewitness News team. Good evening, I'm Jeff Maynard, and welcome to the new home of Eyewitness News. And first in Ohio, TV5 Eyewitness News with Ted Henry, Pat Menarson, and the Eyewitness News team. Hello, Cleveland, I'm Ted Henry. And first in Ohio, TV5 Eyewitness News with Ted Henry, Wilma Smith, and the Eyewitness News team. Brought to you by Ohio Edison and the Illuminating Company.
From
Live
WEWS.
from Ohio's News Channel, this is Live on 5 with Wilma Smith, Steve Wolford, and the Eyewitness News team. Hello again, everyone. Coming up today live on 5, WEWS News Channel. This is TV5 Eyewitness News with Ted Henry, Wilma Smith, Dan Dobrowolski, and the Eyewitness News team. Brought to you by the Illuminating Company and Ohio Edison.
Good evening, biting cold Arctic air.
Live from Ohio's News Channel, this is TV5 Eyewitness News with Ted Henry, Wilma Smith, Dan Dobrowolski, Nev Chandler, and the Eyewitness News team. Good evening to live from Ohio's News Channel, this is TV5 Eyewitness News with Roger Morris, Michelle Holden, David Lawyer, Mike Hostetler, and the Eyewitness News team.
Good evening, I'm Michelle Holden.
Live from Ohio's News Channel, this is TV5 Eyewitness News.
Live from
Live
WEWS.
from Ohio's News Channel, this is the Morning Exchange with Fred Griffin, Joel Rose, and Lee Jordan.
Good morning. It's 31 degrees right now. It's Thursday, December 17th, 1987. But it was just 40 years ago, this very day, that for the first time, people in the Cleveland area turned on TV sets like this and saw things like this.
First in Ohio, TV5. Live from Ohio's News Channel, this is Eyewitness News Live on 5 with Wilma Smith, Roy Weisinger, and the Eyewitness News team. First in Ohio, TV5.
tonight.
First in Ohio, TV5. Live from Ohio's News Channel, this is TV5 Eyewitness News with Ted Henry, Wilma Smith, Don Webster with the weather, Sports Director Nev Chandler, and the Eyewitness News team. Brought to you by the Illuminating Company. First in Ohio, TV5. Live from Ohio's News Channel, this is TV5 Eyewitness News with Alice Edwards, Jim McElroy, meteorologist Tom Tasselmeyer, Bart Ciofani with sports, and the Eyewitness News team.
On WEWS-TV 5.
Good evening.
First in Ohio, TV5.
WEWS Cleveland.
Live from Ohio's News Channel, this is TV5 Eyewitness News with Alice Edwards, Jim McElroy, Bart Ciofani with sports, and the Eyewitness News team.
You're looking at Midnight Mass at the Vatican as Pope John Paul II celebrates the birth of Jesus Christ.
Cleveland's live 24-hour news source continues. This is TV5 Eyewitness News with Jim McElroy, meteorologist Shane Howitt, Bob Stevens with sports, and the Eyewitness News team.
TV5 Eyewitness News.
Brought to you by Ohio Edison. Good evening, everyone. From News Channel 5, Cleveland's live 24-hour news source continues. Brought to you by Ohio Edison.
Good evening. Saddam Hussein seems to be buying time tonight, but for what, no one knows.
From News Channel 5, Cleveland's live 24-hour news source continues.
Jury recommends a sentence of death on each count.
From News Channel 5, you are watching the news at 11 with Ted Henry and Wilma Smith, Sports Director Nev Chandler, and Don Webster with the weather.
In Washington, there is a task force of government lawyers with...
From News Channel 5, Cleveland's live 24-hour news source continues. From News Channel 5, Cleveland's live 24-hour news source continues. Brought to you by Ohio Edison.
Good evening, everyone.
News Channel 5 at 11 is brought to you by Ohio Edison.
Instead of hitting the picket lines, teachers in this embattled local school district will stay in their classrooms. It's an exclusive story you'll only see here.
Parma City Council is in the doghouse with some of its residents. People are growling about a proposed new law.
And despite a desperation plea from his lawyers, the U.S. Supreme Court rejects a last-minute attempt to save the life of convicted killer John Wayne Gacy.
This is News Channel 5 at 11.
Good evening. The end is near for one of the most notorious serial killers in U.S. history.
Now, from the most watched news team in Ohio, this is Good Morning Cleveland.
From News Channel 5.
Good morning, Cleveland. I'm Jenny Grimm. It's now 6 o'clock in the morning.
I'm Bill Yunkin at 6 on this Thursday, the 27th day of July.
News Channel 5 at 11 is brought to you by Ohio Edison. Now, from the most watched news team in Ohio, this is News Channel 5 at 11.
Have you ever thought about committing suicide? That's a question being posed to some...
Now, from Ohio's most watched news team, this is News Channel 5 at 11.
He asked if it was, in fact, an...
This is a special report from News Channel 5, Cleveland's live 24-hour news source.
Good evening, everyone. Brad Sussman here in the News Channel 5 Weather Center.
This is a special report from News Channel 5, Cleveland's live 24-hour news source.
Right now, we are expecting the golf course in front of the Eyewitness.
Winter blast is upon us.
Welcome to today's Morning Exchange. Live with Robin, Mark, Fred, and Anita.
Nice.
That's very nice, and so begins another day of the
Yes.
final week.
Count down, 3 to go, including this one. 1 tonight, make that 4.
First in Ohio, News Channel 5. This is News Channel 5 at noon.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to News Channel 5 at noon. I'm Tracy Carlos. We'll get to those stories in just a minute.
Live from the News Channel 5 studios. This is News Channel 5 at noon.
On the run for a month.
First in Ohio, News Channel 5. This is News Channel 5 at 6.
9 lifeguards are being asked some
Live from the News Channel 5 studios. This is News Channel 5 at 11.
On your side.
We're now just a few days away from a...
You're watching WEWS News Channel 5. Proud to be on your side.
It happens in the middle of the night, your partner in bed gives you a shove so you can stop snoring. From News Channel 5, we want to interrupt programming to take you live to a press conference underway with one of the ex-wives of John Allen Muhammad.
Live from 5 on your side. This is WEWS News Channel 5's Good Morning Cleveland. Live from Florida. This is WEWS News Channel 5's Good Morning Cleveland. You're watching Good Morning Cleveland live from Florida with Danita Harris, Adam Shapiro, and meteorologist Stephanie Roberts. Now, Good Morning Cleveland continues. Live from News Channel 5. This is WEWS News Channel 5 at noon.
On your side.
From WEWS, the station on your side. This is News Channel 5 at noon. You're watching News Channel 5 at noon.
A little.
From WEWS, the station on your side. This is News Channel 5 at 6.
Getting you up on Black Friday, shoppers try to be.
Live from 5 on your side. This is WEWS News Channel 5 at 11. Live from News Channel 5. This is WEWS News Channel 5 at 11.
We begin tonight. News Channel 5 at 11 starts now with breaking news.
From WEWS, the station on your side. This is News Channel 5 at 11.
New tonight, a warning local police want you to.
Morning Cleveland with Paul Kiska, Kimberly Gill, Power of 5 meteorologist Suzanne Morgan, and traffic reporter Patty Arkin on your side.
Now, with breaking news and Power of 5 weather. This is News Channel 5 at noon. On your side.
With breaking news, Power of 5 weather, and the largest investigative team. This is News Channel 5 at noon. On your side.
You're watching News Channel 5 at noon with Lee Jordan, Alicia Booth, and Power of 5 meteorologist Suzanne Morgan on your side. Watching live on 5 with Leon Bibb, Lee Jordan, and Power of 5 meteorologist Mark Johnson on your side. Now, with breaking news, Power of 5 weather, and the largest investigative team. This is News Channel 5 at 6 on your side. Now, in high definition, this is News Channel 5 at 11 on the night beat. Now, in high definition, on the night.
Hot dog, a new Dancing with the Stars winner just announced.
Now, with breaking news, Power of 5 weather, and the largest investigative team. This is News Channel 5 at 11 on your side. You're watching News Channel 5 at 11 with Ted Henry, Danita Harris, Power of 5 meteorologist Mark Johnson, and sports director Andy Baskin on your side. You're watching News Channel 5 at 11 with Curtis Jackson, Tracy Carlos, Power of 5 meteorologist Jason Nicholas, and sports director Andy Baskin on your side. Now, with breaking news and Power of 5 weather, this is the station on your side, News Channel 5.
Look, that said,
Live from the station on your side with breaking news and Power 5 weather. This is News Channel 5 on MyTV Cleveland at 10.
From the station on your side, this is News Channel 5 at 11.
some kids are worried about more than just...
From News Channel 5, this is your See It First forecast from Power of 5 meteorologist Jeff Mackel.
And here it is, your host.
Good afternoon. Bright sunshine will greet you right now as you head out the door.
News Channel 5 on your side starts now. The news continues right now on News Channel 5 on your side.
News Channel 5 on your side on MyTV Cleveland at 10 starts now.
From News Channel 5, this is a Power of 5 severe weather alert.
With your meteorologist.
All right, good afternoon, everybody. I'm Chief Meteorologist Mark Johnson.
With Northeast Ohio's best coverage, this is News Channel 5. Always investigating, always on your side. News Channel 5 starts now. News Channel 5 at 6 is brought to you by Mr. Hero. Get a 7-inch all-natural Angus steak Americano meal for only $5.99. Live, always investigating, always on your side. News Channel 5 starts now.
I'm coming home.
Live and proud to be on your side with Northeast Ohio's best coverage. News Channel 5 at 10 on MyTV Cleveland starts now. News Channel 5 at 10 on MyTV Cleveland is provided by McDonald's. I'm loving it. Get a Big Mac or even some chicken tenders or even get some french fries for only $5.99. Live, always investigating, always on your side. News Channel 5 at 10 on MyTV Cleveland starts now. Proud to be on your side and to be investigated. News Channel 5 at 11 starts now.
Your team, your show.
No rules! That's what I'm talking about.
Dawgs on the Run begins now.
From News Channel 5.
Maria Midpark, Cuyahoga Valley Christian Academy, and Green battle for the championship on Academic Challenge.
The Academic Challenge is coming up next. The Academic Challenge from News Channel 5.
Brought to you by Westfield Insurance. And now, here's the host of Academic Challenge, Jason Nicholas.
Hello there, good evening.
Our
I'm Jason
game
Nicholas,
show
and welcome
coverage
to Academic
begins
Challenge.
now.
After 26 weeks, 78 teams and over...
News Channel 5 begins now with breaking news. An act of terror and an act of hate. Bam, 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 bam. There was bodies everywhere, and I was crawling. I just kept crawling. News 5's Good Morning Cleveland starts now.
Now at 5:30, the first presidential showdown. Clinton and Trump both get in jabs, but who was...
Home of the famous warranty.
1-800-800-1971.
News 5 on your side. Start. Honored with the Emmy for News Excellence. News 5 on your side starts now. And
News 5 at 10 on MyTV Cleveland has been provided by McDonald's. I'm loving it. Get a Big Mac or even get some chicken nuggets and even get some french fries for only $5.99.
Honored with the Emmy for News Excellence. News 5 on your side starts now. News 5's postgame coverage begins now. Sponsored by Liberty Ford.
This is Championship Charge.
5 of the NBA Finals. News 5's Rally for the Ring postgame coverage begins now. Sponsored by Universal Windows Direct.
I'm Danita Harris along with Rob Powers, and you're watching Rally for the Ring.
News 5 at 11 is brought to you by Metro Toyota. Our customers send us their friends. News 5 begins now with breaking news.
And here it is. The Cavaliers are headed back to the NBA Final.
It's so exciting to win this one.
Now, today's top stories and Power of 5 weather from News 5. Sponsored by Akron Children's Hospital.
Here's a look at today's top stories. Hello, everybody. I'm Tracy Carlos.
And I'm Frank Wiley.
Good Morning Cleveland has been provided by the Greater Cleveland Aquarium. Most awarded in Northeast Ohio. This is Good Morning Cleveland. And now it's...
Good Morning Cleveland Sunday is sponsored by the Greater Cleveland Aquarium. Most awarded in Northeast Ohio. This is Good Morning Cleveland Sunday.
Now at 10, face coverings are required in the city of Cleveland. We're breaking down the penalties and who's enforcing them. And the local shop now working to make as many masks as possible to help meet those new demands. Then a boil alert is now in effect for several communities this morning after a major water break. But first... It was a loud night in Northeast Ohio with the sounds of fireworks heard outside our station, recorded by anchor Mike Brookbank. We're still making calls this morning, finding out if there were any injuries or citations. In the meantime, though, many of you might be waking up to the smell of smoke outside. Hello, and thanks for joining us here on Good Morning Cleveland Sunday.
News 5 at noon is sponsored by Cascade Subaru, family owned and invested in your community. Most awarded in Cleveland. This is News 5 at noon.
Good afternoon. I'm Danita Harris. Another milestone in Ohio's reopening plan today.
News 5 at 4 is sponsored by Sarah Auto Park, Akron Canton's #1 auto complex. 5 brands in one convenient location.
Live from News 5 in Cleveland. This is News 5 at 4 on your side.
This is something that
News 5 at 4 is sponsored by Sarah Auto Park, Akron Canton's #1 auto complex. 5 brands in one convenient location.
Getting answers for the area's most watched late news and News 5. This is News 5 at 4.
News 5 at 5 is sponsored by Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, serving quality chicken finger meals at 4 Northeast Ohio locations and counting. Most awarded in Cleveland. This is News 5 at 5.
Now at 5, still waiting for help.
I've fallen through the cracks.
It's a program that's supposed to help Ohio workers who don't usually qualify for unemployment. But our 5 on Your Side investigators found many still struggling to get answers and assistance.
And the pandemic has a lot of people worried about their money. Tonight, the startling number of...
News 5 at 5 continues now.
Businesses all over Northeast Ohio continue to...
News 5 at 6 is sponsored by Window World, America's largest exterior home remodeler. Most awarded in Cleveland. This is News 5 at 6.
Now at 6, on the prowl during a pandemic.
It's a ripe environment for predators right now.
And they strike.
News 5 at 10 on MyTV Cleveland is sponsored by McDonald's. I'm loving it. Most awarded in Cleveland. This is News 5 at 10 on MyTV Cleveland.
News 5 at 11 is sponsored by Metro Toyota, 50 years in the making, and our customers continue to send us their friends. Most awarded in Cleveland. This is News 5 at 11.
Hopefully, everything we're doing and everybody.
News 5 begins now with breaking news.
Now on Good Morning Cleveland Saturday, unrest over George Floyd's death continues.
We know that was a
sparking more
death in
protests
there.
and damage across the country.
This Power of 5 weather update is sponsored by Akron Children's Hospital.
News Channel 5, Cleveland's 24-hour news source.